Hello everyone. In this little video, I want to show you how to connect Cloudstor from Aarnet to the Open Science Foundation. Cloudstor is a really cool service for researchers in Australia. It provides us with 1 terabyte of storage. The data is in Australia. It's very well connected to institutions across Australia. So it's really the place we want to use to store our data and research output. But the problem is if we want to use this in, for example, a publication, the links that Cloudstor generates are not really nice, and it's difficult to update these in case the data changes later on. So this is where the Open Science Foundation comes in. It's a service that bundles multiple storage backends under one interface, and it also gives us, for example, a command line interface to programmatically access this data. So it's a really cool service. But there is no Cloudstor button in OSF. So how can we connect this? What's the trick there? Well, Cloudstor is based on OwnCloud. So this is what we want to use. So if we go to the settings in the Open Science Foundation, so first you have to create an account. Make sure to use a pure OSF account, no institutional account, because I had problems with this when authenticating. So after this, you can go to settings, configure add-on accounts. And when we scroll down to OwnCloud, we can connect or reauthorize that. So now here we need this link, cloudstor.aarnet.edu/plus. Important, this is not the webdev link, it's a different link. And username and password we have to generate. So for this, let's go to the settings of Cloudstor. So you get there by clicking this little wheel up here. And then we need to go to the security settings. And here we need to create an app password. So we call that app OSF. And the important thing is that we can later also revoke the access in case something goes wrong. So here we get a username and we get a password. And these two things we copy and put them in here. Then save. And now OwnCloud and or the OwnCloud plugin is connected to the Cloudstor service. So now we can use this in a project. So let's create a new project. Call it OSF test. The storage location here is the OSF storage. So OSF also provides 50 gigabyte of storage for projects. But today we want to use the Cloudstor storage. So now the storage is not yet active for a new project. First, we have to import these settings into this project. So for this, we need to go to add-ons. We need to scroll down to OwnCloud and we need to enable this. Now it will ask us and make sure that we understand that now OSF can access a couple of things on our Cloudstor account. So we confirm. And then we need to import this account from the profile. So we click import. And if everything goes well, we now see our content of Cloudstor in here. And now we can select a folder. So here I created OSF test. It asks us, do you want to connect to OSF test? We click save. Now we can go to the files page and we can interact with the storage. So here you see these different storage providers. There is the OSF storage and there is our OwnCloud folder. Now we can create a folder in there. Let's say create it on OSF, just to show that this works. And when we create this folder, what should happen is this folder will appear in our Cloudstor. So when we go to files and we go to our OSF test, we see now there is a new folder created on OSF. We can also upload files via OSF. So when we click on upload, let's say we want to use this file. It's a screenshot of a really cool open source project called Neurodesk. So when we upload this, we can first also visualize this image here, which is really cool. So OSF has a couple of viewers integrated. So it shows text files, pictures, Jupyter notebooks, and renders these directly in the browser. And here we can see this file in OSF. And while this is loading, I just show that this file is now also here. So when we go and refresh that folder, we will see there is the screenshot Neurodesk that I just uploaded. It's also appeared in our Cloudstor interface. And here we see the rendering of this. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So now we can make this public. And once it's public, we can create a DOI. And the DOI is a persistent identifier that now always links to this page. So when we now cite this page in our publication, for example, it will always end up here. And let's say the storage provider has to change in a few years' time. We can easily update the storage provider here, but we can't change this DOI link in a paper because probably other people cited it already. So this is really useful for updating data later down in the track. And this is how easy open science can be. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope this was helpful.